Chapter 13. You're coming to. The struggle between the supervisory hall and the fire cauldron room had gone on for years. Conflicts flared again and again, but both sides kept things within limits, never pushing matters to a truly disastrous outcome. At worst, some bruises and broken bones. This most recent clash over the trial pathway was no exception. The two sides scuffled for no more than the time it took an incense stick to burn. Zhang Dabio and his men pummeled the supervisory hall disciples until their faces were swollen and blue. In the end, the supervisory hall grudgingly produced a few spirit stones as compensation for the broken gate before slinking off, leaving behind only some vicious parting threats. Chen Fei turned back, glaring hatefully at Bai Xiaochun, who was standing atop the courtyard wall with an air of profound detachment. Ever since Bai Xiaochun had joined the fire cauldron room, those fellows had become more and more detestable. The scuffle had drawn the attention of the entire cohort of servant disciples. Many were furious that the supervisory hall had failed to suppress the fire cauldron room. Yet there were still some like Hu Xiaomei who thought the fire cauldron room's antics might bring them new opportunities. Another month passed, and the trial pathway opened once more. The fire cauldron room disciples charged out at top speed, puffing out their chests and planting themselves squarely at the entrance. The latecomer servant disciples could only glare bitterly. Fellow disciples, if you could run faster than us, you wouldn't need to buy our quota in the first place. We do this for the sect's sake, to ensure only the most talented and worthy rise above, Zhang Dabio declared with a cough. The words were, of course, provided by Bai Xiaochun. Hearing them, the other servant disciples could only grind their teeth until they creaked. When the bell tolled the start of the trial, the fire cauldron room disciples threw themselves forward, competing with the rest with all their might. But in no time at all, Bai Xiaochun and his two senior brothers vanished from sight, leaving the others staring with unwilling eyes, sighing bitterly as they struggled onward. For Zhang Dabio's words were not without logic. With yet another victory, the fire cauldron room's momentum surged. The entire servant-disciple quarter was shaken. Though countless faces twisted with anger, none dared voice protest. Those fire cauldron men were massive, their cultivation deep. No one was willing to provoke them. The fire cauldron room basked in glory they hadn't tasted for a very long time. Once, their name was known among servant disciples. Now, their fame had reached its zenith. 2 more months slipped by. Each time the trial pathway opened, the fire cauldron brothers grew excited, rushing forward as though it were a festival day. For them, trial days were payday. Bai Xiaochun was no different. His pouch of spirit stones grew heavier with each trial. Soon, he lacked only a few more herbs before his longevity pill plans could be fulfilled. When the pathway opened yet again, Zhang Dabio, He Tamban, and several senior brothers leaped from their beds alongside Bai Xiaochun, hurrying away. But at a fork in the road, the three of them suddenly veered off, toward Fragrant Cloud Mountain. Halfway there, supervisory hall, disciples appeared without warning, attacking without a word. Outnumbered, the fight dragged longer than usual. Before long, the trial bell sounded. Zhang Dabio's eyes turned bloodshot. At that moment, the supervisory hall men abruptly broke away and fled. Zhang Dabio stomped furiously, but with no time to chase, he dashed with Bai Xiaochun and He Tamban toward Fragrant Cloud Mountain. By the time they arrived, the area was strangely quiet. Without hesitation, the three sprinted up the path. Those supervisory hall bastards. When we get back, I'll rally the brothers to smash their room to pieces, Zhang Dabio raged. His fury ignited his strength. His fat seemed to burn away before their eyes, leaving him leaner, faster, fiercer than ever. Bai Xiaochun, equally enraged, clenched his teeth. He was just a handful of spirit stones, short, roaring inside. His speed suddenly doubled. Shoulder to shoulder with Zhang Dabio and He Tamban, he surged ahead, passing servant disciples one after another. Reaching the summit, the three froze. Near the exit stood 3 figures. The nearest was Chen Fei, flanked by 2 burly men, each at the 3rd level of key condensation. The moment they saw Bai Xiaochun's group, the 3 laughed loudly. Zhang Dabio, Bai Xiaochun, you're too late. But no matter, we have quotas here. Do you want them? Shameless, despicable villains. Zhang Dabio's eyes blazed red as he cursed. Why not? If your fire cauldron room can do this, why can't we? Ha ha ha. From now on, this little business belongs to the supervisory hall. Their mockery made Bai Xiaochun and the others seethe. Clearly, this had been a setup all along. Zhang Dabio bellowed, ready to charge. Fighting was inevitable again. Losing this spirit stone fountain was unbearable. Hey, Tamban too was fuming, about to attack. But then Bai Xiaochun's eyes gleamed. In a low voice, he whispered to them, "Senior brother, let's force them onto the summit. We'll sacrifice this batch of spirit stones, but after today, they'll never compete with us again." Zhang Debio blinked, then threw back his head in delighted laughter. His little junior was indeed a fountain of cunning schemes. He roared, body lunging forward. Hey Tamban's eyes lit up as well. Chuckling, he followed suit. The trial path was narrow. Side by side, the two charged like a collapsing wall. Their momentum thundered like rolling drums as they bore down on Chen Fei's group. Panic seized the three supervisory hall men. They staggered backward, horror dawning as they realized the fire cauldron room's intent. Elsewhere, they could have dodged. But here, in this cramped passage, they had no space, no options. They recoiled faster and faster, terror mounting. None of them wanted to ascend the summit yet. To become outer sect disciples meant leaving the supervisory hall. It meant becoming ordinary, losing all the privileges and influence they enjoyed. "Senior brother Zhang, don't be rash. We can discuss," Chen Fei stammered. "Senior brother, push them onto the mountain." "Do it now," Bai Xiaochun cried. Zhang Debio bellowed louder still, his charge even fiercer. He Tamban matched him, their combined momentum like crashing thunder. One of the burly men screamed, staggering helplessly up onto the summit. Tears nearly spilled from his eyes. The second was sent tumbling moments later, chest heaving with unwilling rage. Finally, Chen Fei himself. He fought, cursed, but the narrow path offered no mercy. With a final heave, Zhang Dabio and He Tambian rammed him onto the summit. His glare burned like a blade, fixed not on them but on Bai Xiaochun. "Bai Xiaochun," he snarled, for it was Bai Xiaochun's wicked little ploy that had ruined them. The two outer sect disciples overseeing the exit were dumbstruck. They coughed awkwardly, then quietly stepped aside. As the fire cauldron brothers neared the exit, Zhang Davio and He Tamban laughed uproariously. "Chen Fei, until next time. Pity you won't be in the servant quarters anymore. I'll miss you, ha 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 ha." Zhang Davio slapped his round belly in mock admiration. Chen Fei and his companions spat blood, eyes brimming with murderous hatred. "No need to thank us, senior brothers," Bai Xiaochun added smugly. "Congratulations on your ascension, carp transforming into dragon, becoming outer sect disciples. I truly admire you." But just as his words fell, a cold icy voice rolled down from the mountain peak. "No need to admire. You're coming to..." The sound stabbed into Bai Xiaochun's ears, making him tremble, his eyes wide with fear. A terrifying suction force swept down from above, enveloping him. His body was yanked upward toward the summit. "Wah! Help! Save me, senior brothers!" Bai Xiaochun shrieked, flailing wildly. He grabbed hold of a tree branch by the trial path, clinging desperately. "Senior brother! Save me!" But before Zhang Debio or He Tamban could react, a sharp crack rang out. The branch snapped, and Bai Xiaochun soared upward like a kite with a broken string. From the summit, a figure emerged. A man in pale blue robes, his aura vast and commanding. His very presence exuded authority. It was Li